All right, I want to go over the 5-minute Rockbot Thunderbird divergence and the how great of a script this is for beginner traders trading the MES. I discussed, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, how to run these. The 1 minute's great, but it is very choppy in these environments, and you have to be balanced with your stops and your profits, and it could be very whippy. The 5 minute gives you a little bit more time in the trade. It gives you bigger time frames. Remember, if we're looking for an average of 5 to 7 candles in a trade, in a kind of in a hyper scalping mode, we're looking at 5 to 7 minutes in a trade versus the 5 minute divergence trade. If we get into something like that on a divergence, we're usually in here maybe up to a half an hour to an hour, and it's just a totally different trade. So this is today's market, and you can see that there was quite a few 5-minute setups here, and what's great about this is that we got these nice candles that's going to establish some of our stops. And you can see that each candle, if we got a 5 minute, we got like a signal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles up. It takes profits on the way up. Then we had another nice divergence here. It was 2 in a row. And in this case, we took first profits. And then it just chopped around. But it probably could have got a lot more depending on what your parameters were. If you didn't follow up as tight, you probably got a great move on this. A lot of times these 5-minute divergences are usually much better in picking the big trade up. Let's see, that was a stop. Was that a stop here? We had a 5 minute here. We had 1, 2. Let's just take a look. Let's just back test this and see what it looks like. 5-minute divergence here off of that candle. It just didn't get to our profit. It did pop, but it didn't get anywhere further. It chopped around sideways. And I think it just came down into that candle. I don't know if that was not a great one there. Let's scroll back here. Oh, look at this. And again, you're going to get the bigger moves. Here's a beautiful divergence. Profit 1, 2 on the way up. Here we go. Another nice pullback in a 5-minute divergence. And you get a nice move up here. Profit 1. And the trailing stop comes right up after it. This one looks like it did stop out. So again, a couple profits there, and the profits here are double what I look for on the 1 minute time frame. Let's look at the parameters that I'm using here. Long profit. Again, profit here, profit. Again, if you have to open that up, you'll see it is a you probably could have cut a much bigger move just adjusting your trailing stops a bit, and you could do that. Let's do that together. Let's take a look at the parameters that I'm using on this one right here. This is the 5-minute signal bar low, and I'm looking at it. Take profits at 8 ticks. And then I put a take profit 26 ticks. Now you can put anything there you want. I put something pretty far up there on the 5 minute. I like to get that, but the important part is how to follow it up. So I'm starting here with an 8 tick, and what that means is after I take first profits, trailing stop starts, and it starts 8 ticks. 8 ticks underneath the price, which would be break even. So if it went up 8 ticks, took first profit, trailing stop starts 8 ticks underneath the price, which is right at the starting price. So basically, you're dealing with a break even. You're playing with house money at this point. So this is a great setup here. And again, signal bar low instead of having it on ticks, and then a 5 minute and everything else is right on that. So when we enable that, that's that. Now, what you could do also here, and let's do this. I did see a couple stops on that, and I want to get a good feel for the whole thing. And I started doing this already, but I'm going to break it down for you. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tools here. New, and go to Strategy Analyzer. Strategy Analyzer is going to come up, and let me move it over here so we can see it. I'm going to pull down the 5 minute buy signal here, and it's defaulted in for these numbers. I want to keep that 8. We'll just keep that right like it is, and let's move this trailing stop to 8 and 8. So we're doing a break-even stop. And then this is really basic. We're going to adjust some of these numbers to get a cleaner read here. And we're going to actually just look at today, and then we're going to go back. We'll backtrack that. So I'm not going to go. It'll take me hours to do the whole test the whole year here. I'll never do it. So let's just go from today's. I wonder if I have that today. So let's see what happens if I run it. No, I need to go select an instrument. Oh, we need to do the instrument. MES. And then the trading hours, we'll use extended hours. I guess we'll try extended hours here. Let's see what that looks like. Wow. All right, that's just today. 13th. That's really good. It's pretty good here. Profit factor, let's see. That's extended hours. That's extended hours. That's 78%. Profit factor 1.53. Now that's around the clock. Let's do real time, like I like to do, less volatile hours here. Let's do real time RTH. See what happens here. If we cut some of that crap out of there. Ooh, that's nicer. That's nice. All right, so this is not taking the overnight trades. This is just trading in the morning, open to close. Just doing those parameters. Now this was on Friday. It had 14 trades. That's just on the 13th. It is. Wow, that was 14. All right. 14 trades, 85% profitable, 12 winning trades, 2 losing trades. Break even. Average trade, again, we're talking about trading the MES. Average winning trade is $25. That's why I always used to call it my $20 bill trade. The ratio is not great to average win versus loss, but because of the divergence and the probability of divergence success, like I said, it's a high rate of success on this. It balances out. But we could squeeze this a little bit better and make better results on this. Now, if you put profits per month, in theory, if you let this run and we had the similar results, trading the 5 MES using a 5-minute, that's $3,600. Now let's see what the week looked like here. So we're just running it for the week. All right, and we're just running it through the week here. Let's take a look. Drum roll, please. So we ran the 5-minute all week. All right. So total profit is 478. Profit factor is 178. Now 85%. 60 total trades. 51 winning trades. 8 losers. And again, you can see here the profit per month still up there around that 3,000 mark. I'm curious to see if we're running over, again, the ETH here and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's a big difference. I don't like running it overnight. It's not as, I didn't have as much profits here. All right, that's one way of, so let's go back here. You know what? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm not counting Friday. Maybe it goes up to Friday. Maybe I should put this in here like that. Let's try that. I'm not even counting Friday. All right, that's it. That's right. All right. So, what am I doing here? Look at this. This is running on the 1-minute time frame. I ran this on the 1-minute time frame. This is the results on the 1-minute time frame. I apologize. I just messed up here. I need to change this to 5-minute time frame. I'm way. I'm thinking we have good results. I expect to have better results than the 5-minute. Honestly, I just realized I just goofed up. All right, so should we just run it here? So this is the whole week on the 5 minute now. I changed the value. Parameters are 8, 10, 2, starting a signal bar low, starting taking profits after 8 ticks, 5 minutes, a totally different setup. Like I said, you're going to get bigger moves and stuff. This is going to be interesting to see what this is. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. Now I know, I don't follow the performance tables as much as knowing that I'm identifying levels and I could trade these manually. Between all these things, the R-square, probability, Sharpe ratio, I'm not very familiar with those. If you guys want to update me on what the most important one is here, for some of the analytics and statistics of the results here, you let me know what we could improve on. All right, so here we go. Let's run it. Now, if I expect the 5 minute to be what? Three trades, 3 for 3. What? $55. I know something's wrong there. Hold on. Thunderbird 5 minute. Well, that's running ETH. I take it as extended. All right, well, there's a 5 minute running the whole week. 18 trades, 17 winning trades, 1 losing trade. Average trade, winning trade is $20. Average losing trade is only $37, so it's much better. 94% profitable, and the profit factor 9.73, and we're talking profits per month 2,000. I guess I could run it. It just takes a while to run this. It takes a lot of energy on my computer here. What I did here is I'm adjusting this a little to put in trailing stop at 16 ticks. That way it gives a little bit more room, maybe catches a little bit more of the profits. And let's put the second profit zone into about, let's put that to 16. I'm just messing around. Right now, just did that one, and it was 7 profit factor. Let's take a look at this. This is for the week. Yeah, profit factor has dropped a little on that. So that's not a bad one here. I like that 668. Again, always keeping that trailing stop right up against that. One more time, we'll run that. Profit factor 9. That's nice. Again, that's 8 with a profit just another 2 ticks afterwards. Signal bar low. Trailing. I would like to get this, be able to catch some bigger runners. 10 is second. You know what? Let me just go out here and see how far. Let's just put down 24. I just want to see 24 here. What this looks like. 327. No. Profit factor dropped way off. All right, so I moved it all the way back. It's going to take a while. It's been running here because I pushed it back a few months, back testing for it back until end of September. There we go, finished here. So the profit factor definitely dropping off a little. The probability percent is still high. For whatever, I'm sure there is the odds. And we didn't even apply the short trades. Now I have a similar script that you short, so if you get the same results. And again, 5 MESs. In theory, you're trading about $250 in margin. And another thing you can do, and if you have a chance of testing this out, is go to the optimization tool that that has, and go bring up your Thunderbird 5-minute buy, and then each one of these you can break down, but it takes a lot of computing power. So you put minimum and maximum. It'll tell you the best combination to use. So keep the lots different. If you want to take 3 off or take 4 off and let 1 run, you can do all kinds of combinations. And what it'll do, and it'll take a while, it might take like a whole day of computing. If your computer doesn't crash, it'll tell you, it'll spit out the best combination to use with all the parameters. And it might be, it could be anything. It could be take 2 profits with a 20 point tick. It depends on what your starting ticks or your trailing stop. You could put 4, and you could put, all right, I want to put down 20, and it'll test every combination between 4 and 20, along with every combination here. So it's millions and millions and millions of combinations it has to go through, and it'll optimize everything for you. But it takes a lot of time and computing power, and my computer always crashes when I try to do that. So I'm not going to do it again. I'll let you guys do that. Let me know your results, please. But again, not bad results here. So this is the 5-minute. This is something I recommend, like, again, beginner traders getting on and applying this on their charts and letting it run with the MES. It's much easier to handle than get all the volatility that comes in with the 1-minute time frame. Let's see here if we activate it now. All right, here it is, signal bar low. Let's see here, we'll put 10 there. 5-minute, that's good. Enable, check. Apply, check. So you're not going to find too many that didn't work. I think there was only 1 that failed. So, and again, if you look back at these, look back at this. Most of these are at the lows, and you have this big move up. The problem is the market always has a way of like chopping out. You can actually see this as a running divergence with a higher low here. And if you could recognize that with the help of the bot, identifying this area and then saying, oh man, we got a higher low here. We want to take this for all, that's when you go manual and you feel the market out and you say, all right, we got a trend line break, we're breaking, we got a 2050 crossover. There's other things that we could add to the trade to make you want to stay in it. This is an automated system, and it's only going to give you what, and the market has other automated systems working there. So they're working the counter, and they know what bots are looking for. So they'll come back and throw a candle because they'll know there'll be trailing stops, and they'll take out trades and stuff. The bigger picture, if you could wait through that, the divergence is giving you the best entry for the bigger move in that time frame. And when I say when you get a divergence, 90% of the time you're going to get a pivot and a directional change out of the pattern. And usually that pattern's a downward trend line. So anytime we get a big divergence, if we are working on a chart and we can identify any type of downward trend line like this, when the divergence plays out, you just have to throw that trend line. Your target is always going to be through the trend line. So you always got a good target here to play with. Even something small like this was taking profits, and that's, you could get caught in some chop, but this seems to, it is working well. And again, here, perfect entry. If there's a way of capturing all this, and trailing it up, that will be the next big improvement on the bot. Right now, the bot is really nailing it. This is probably the only one that didn't work out. Here was a trail, and it was very close to the bottom too. For some reason, it's kind of flushed a little bit more. Got a candle too early. And news will happen. This is at the 3 o'clock. This is at the European Open. So my other big thing is be careful what you're trading. You know, what time frames you're trading. These are all first profits, second profits, first profits, second profits. Good. All right. Well, that's it. You know, I gave you some parameters. I think you should have that running. You can manually trade these. The 5 minute. That's also a good. Like again, if you get a good signal here on a 5 minute, you could you know refer back. You know, and I'm talking during market hours when you could trade. You know, you could actually, I don't know if you're going to get anything, but in some cases on a nice 5 minute setup, you know, you could get those underlying options on the SPY and trade those and direction. You know, maybe something like this and trying to get a bigger move. All right, well, this will be running, again, this is constantly running on the Rockbot channel. And the code is now available, as you Paul has been mentioned to everyone, and I sent out some emails where we have a sale for Black Friday. So take advantage of that if you want to get that code. You want to have this running on your machine, or if you don't, we still have the Rockbot channel where you could follow it and shadow it. I have these scripts running every day on that channel. So that's enough of that. I want to say good night, have a good evening, and we'll see what happens Monday. If the market's up or down, and we'll take it from there. I think we have a great watch list. Best bets going into next week. eBay, GE, Boeing, PSTH, Corning. Love the Corning here. Some other and the other ones here, and you know, Palo Alto Networks coming out. CGen looks great. Fastenal looks great. All these. All right. Have a great one, everyone. Talk to you soon.